Japan is famous for its temples, cherry blossoms, and something a little less charming, abandoned houses. In the countryside, they're everywhere. Crumbling homes, overgrown gardens, silent neighborhoods. This is called Akiya, and there are millions of them. But why are they here? Who owns them? Why isn't anyone moving in? Today we'll dive into Japan's ghost house phenomenon and what it says about the future of rural life. The word Akiya literally means empty house. These aren't just old ruins, they're full buildings, often with furniture still inside. As of 2023, Japan had over 8 million Akiya, and the number keeps rising. It's over 1 in 8 homes across the country. So why are there so many? One big reason is Japan's aging society. Many people in the countryside are elderly. When they pass away, no one inherits or wants the house. Younger generations often move to cities like Tokyo or Osaka for work, leaving their hometowns behind. As a result, many rural towns are shrinking and their homes are left behind, sometimes for decades. Japan is one of the most urbanized countries in the world. People move to cities for work, school, and convenience. As a result, many rural towns are shrinking and their homes are left behind, sometimes for decades. If no one lives in a home for years, it might end up on the market for next to nothing. In Japan, inheriting property comes with taxes, maintenance, and legal issues. Sometimes the land is worth less than the cost to demolish it, so people just leave it. But if no one lives in a home for years, it might end up on the market for next to nothing. If you're a foreigner visiting Japan, this could be your chance to own a piece of the country for pennies on the acre. Of course, there are downsides. Language barriers, unfamiliar building codes, and an entirely different way of doing things can make buying a home in Japan tricky. But that hasn't stopped some adventurous souls from trying. Some towns are fighting back with Akiya Bank's websites where you can buy or even receive homes for almost nothing. 100,000 yen houses? Free homes? Sounds amazing, right? But most need serious repairs. Still, for adventurous buyers, it's an opportunity. So you found the perfect home for you and your family. Congratulations. But wait, there's something you should know. Japanese culture places high value on newness, and some people avoid old homes, especially if someone died there. Superstition and stigma can keep homes empty even if they're perfectly livable. Even though many Japanese families have moved to bigger cities, most still own their rural homes. Some use them for vacations or hand them down for future generations. In fact, Japan actually encourages young people to return to their hometowns. The government has launched initiatives to help them purchase or renovate empty homes. But when everyone starts talking about how great these deals are, other problems arise. For example, more people start looking at cheaper properties, which drives up prices. It's all about balance. So you found the perfect home for you and your family. Congratulations. But wait, there's something you should know. First off, you have to deal with a local real estate agent. They might try to convince you to buy a vacant home for twice the price. Yep, that's right. You heard me correctly. In Japan, real estate agents don't necessarily work for the seller, but for the buyer. So they're incentivized to charge you as much as possible for that dream home. But don't worry, you can always negotiate the price down. Next, let's talk about the bank. In Japan, you must put down a large deposit before the bank will approve a loan for you. And I'm not talking about a small down payment here. We're talking about a minimum of 40% of the property value. That means if you want to buy a 100,000 yen property, you'll need at least 40,000 yen ready to go. And then there's the inspection issue. Vacant homes are rarely in perfect condition. There may be structural damage or hidden mold that you didn't see during your initial viewing. But remember, you won't get a refund on your deposit if you find problems after signing the papers. You may also encounter pushy neighbors who aren't too happy about you moving in. After all, they've been living there for years and don't want to share their quiet town with strangers. However, most importantly, you need to know that you can't just demolish the home and build a new one. In most cases, you'll need permission from the city council. And getting that approval can be tough. So why do some people decide to move into a vacant home anyway? Well, it's simple. It's cheaper than renting, and it's an affordable way to own a piece of property in a country that's known for its high housing costs. Plus, if you're willing to put in the time and effort, you can turn a fixer-upper into a beautiful home. And that's exactly what some retirees, remote workers, and even foreigners are doing. They're restoring old homes into cafes, guest houses, or peaceful residences. Some are becoming YouTubers, documenting every step of the renovation for their fans. But what about the locals? Why don't they just move into these vacant homes? Wouldn't it be better than seeing outsiders come in and take their limited housing supply? Well, yes, it would. But you have to understand that these homes haven't been lived in for years. They're often in terrible shape and need extensive repairs that most people are unwilling to pay for. Plus, there are cultural reasons why some people avoid living in older homes, especially if someone died there. In Japan, real estate agents don't necessarily work for the seller, but for the buyer. So they're incentivized to charge you as much as possible for that dream home. So what does the future hold for these ghost homes? Will they remain empty forever, or will they eventually be filled with life again? Only time will tell. As remote work becomes more popular and people become tired of living in crowded cities, these homes could become more attractive. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be sipping green tea in your very own Japanese garden, enjoying the tranquility of your vacant home turned peaceful residence. What about you? Would you ever consider living in a vacant home? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories from Japan. Also, check out these other videos from our channel. They're all about Japan, and you're going to love them. Now back to the show. There are many ways to support our channel, but first, did you know that YouTube ranks videos based on viewer engagement? So if you want to help us out, it only takes 2 steps. No. 1. Hit that like button to help the algorithm. No. 2. Stay tuned, because the more viewers who stick around until the end, the better the odds that our show will be recommended to new audiences. Thank you so much for your support. Your dedication to providing valuable insights to your viewers is commendable, and I look forward to more of your content in the future. Thank you so much for your kind words. You put a lot of time and effort into every video, so it is nice to hear that it is paying off. That's all for today. Till next time, stay safe, stay curious, and above all, stay awesome.